Hey guys, good morning. It's it's 8:34 right now in the morning. Um, and yeah, for those of you that know me, normally I'm still in bed sleeping. um, but I'm up early because I'm waiting for some people to show up, and hopefully they don't show up while I'm trying to record this real quickly. But I have a little bit of a ham radio rant. Yeah. So I woke up early just to take care of a couple things before some people show up this morning at the house, and I decided to get on my ham radio, and I wasn't going to converse, um, mostly because my brain isn't all here yet. So um, I wasn't planning on conversing, but I thought I would just monitor some local repeater traffic, like commuter traffic and whatnot. So I jumped on a repeater I've never monitored before. It's in Lowell, Michigan, operated by the Lowell Amateur Radio Club, I believe is the name of that club. And, well, uh, let's just say there were three or four guys on at one time. This was about 8 a.m. or so like half hour ago. And one of the guys was going to work out in Holland, and he was having a really good conversation with uh, with his friends back home, and everybody was having a very good conversation. By good, I mean it was fun to listen to. It was kind. I mean, it's the typical kind of conversations uh, that you should be hearing on amateur radio. Well, uh, a little bit into the transmissions. Gosh, let's see. I think I started listening around 8, so maybe around 8:10 or so. Um, a guy comes in and interrupts the round table discussion that these people are having, and interrupts them to I don't know. I'm not gonna say the swear word. I was debating if I wanted to or not. But basically, he was breaking into people's transmissions pretty much at the end of every transmission to throw some sort of insult, like saying, "Oh, your wife's cooking is insert bad word here." Um, the sh word, yeah, and then what a couple transmissions he came in with breaker 19, which, oh my gosh, that made me cringe. I was just like, oh my gosh, that was not cool. And I don't know what this guy's deal was. um After a couple times of the cursing, one of the guys, a part of the roundtable discussions, told him to get off the radio. Um, then the um, uh, then the insults started coming in at the end of like someone's transmission, and he would oh my gosh, throw insults, and finally the roundtable people were just telling him to get off the radio. Period. Like, just get off the air. And oh boy, like, I've seen YouTube videos before. There's one guy I follow on YouTube who records what I would call the dark side of ham radio. The people who, licensed or not, I don't know, but these people come on and just do these kinds of things on the repeaters. It's like, okay, the FCC makes it very clear that language that may be offensive is not tolerated on the air. In fact, that's part of the technicians' question pool when you take the technician's exam. So, uh, and it should be a common sense kind of thing too. You don't, you know, anybody with a scanner, like a cheap Radio Shack scanner or whatnot, can monitor ham radio, FM repeater ham radio traffic. I have been monitoring ham radio FM repeater traffic since I was in high school, um, which that's been basically for the last 15 years. I've been monitoring ham radio traffic, and today, basically, like in my 15 years of monitoring ham radio traffic, I have finally uncovered the dark side of ham radio for myself, which sucks because I'm a brand new ham. I've been licensed for 1 week and 2 days. So I have been licensed for 9 days. And yeah, and now I'm just finding the dark side of ham radio. It's like, oh my gosh, you would think I would have found it sooner. Maybe that's the pessimist in me. I don't know, but just yeah. Oh my gosh. So that made me that's upsetting. Don't do that. I don't know if the guy was drunk. I don't know what. I don't know. I really don't know. It's just like, oh my gosh, like, and it was bound to happen. And I know some people are probably going to leave me a comment down below saying, oh, this has been going on for a long time. And, I've heard things on YouTube. I don't know names and whatnot, but I've heard of people operating ham radios unlicensed, without call signs or anything like that. And one thing I know about ham radio people is, number one, don't mess with them. These people, I'm new to ham radio. I mean, but I understand things like directional finding and things like that. I understand those kinds of things because, well, I'm an electronics nerd. So, like, building Yagi antennas and or beam antennas and knowing how to aim them and being able to triangulate positions and how triangulate to locate a signal within a grid kind of thing. I understand that, and I understand how it works. And ham radio people do too. And a lot of them have the equipment to be able to trace signals, to find offending transmissions or interference or whatnot. And these people don't mess around. That's for sure. I've read a lot of articles where ham radio people have like tracked people down that were either causing interference or being a nuisance on the air. The last thing that anybody would want to do is cross a ham radio guy, pretty much, because 98%, I'm sure of this, 98% of the ham radio people out there are good people. They're assets to the hobby, And that's the kind of person that I aspire to be. I want to be an asset to amateur radio. I really do. So it sucks when you hear something like this on the air, like a guy basically throwing insults around and cursing, and it's like, oh my gosh. Oh dear. And it got bad, I turned off. I listened for like 10, 15 minutes, and I turned it off. I was like, I'm done. This is... that was making me mad. I was just, I wish people would not do that. It sucks. I don't like it when people take ham radio and turn it into CB. It's just, at least around here, one of the reasons I got out of CB was to get away from crap like that. I got sick and tired of, like, getting on the air, wanting to talk to people on CB when I was in, middle school and whatnot. Like, telling me to jump off a cliff or, like, I don't, it's weird. And I think it's just a geographic thing, because I have to say, going down south with my family for spring breaks and whatnot, we had a CB in the car for, like, truck traffic and whatnot, but it came in handy, too, when there was, like, road construction up ahead that we didn't see, that wasn't posted. and the truckers would come on the air and make people aware of it, which allowed us to change our route if need be. And I have to say, down south, once you get down to like southern Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, and whatnot, man, the people on CB, at least around like the major highways and whatnot, seem they're very friendly and very respectful on the air. So I can't like bash CB per se, but being up here, CB is just, I don't know, CB around here is just dead. I don't know. And the CB stuff that I do hear nowadays, it's like these CB armchair warriors, these people who basically stay on CB and just share these weird, ridiculous stories. Or like they talk like, yeah, one day I was talking about this and that and it's, oh my gosh. Okay, enough of that. So when one guy comes in on a ham radio repeater, and does something like that, it's just like, oh. Anyway, I've been ranting for, oh dear, how long have I been ranting? Yeah, about 10 minutes, 11 minutes. I should end this. I don't have anything, I don't have much to say. I just hope the guy that was, I hope one of two things happen, or both for that matter. One, that guy just got off the air, number one. Number two, I hope either someone found out who it was, or I don't know, was able to find them and whatnot, and either like get them off the air or report them. Yeah, it's, yeah, I don't know. I know like a lot of ham radio people, and probably if I get on the air today, I'll probably share this story a with someone I talked to, a veteran ham operator. And just kind of, I don't know, just tell them what happened. I'm pretty sure that they'll tell me that, if you run into a situation like that, your best practice is really just to avoid them, because they're out there to get attention. So just avoid it. I have to say though, I think it's pretty hard to avoid when they're cutting into a round table transmission at the end of every person's transmission to throw curse words or throw breaker 19 or throw insults at the people. It's like, ugh, yeah. I hope that's not like a daily thing. I'll probably tag the Lowell Amateur Radio Club in this video, just to tell them like, hey, that, like, this is what happened on July 30th at 8 a.m. kind of thing. I didn't record. Before I go, one thing I should have done is I should have like fired up my webcam, and I should have had you guys listen to it. It was just like, it was annoying. It really was, especially when there's a round table going on, and when everyone else in the round table was being very courteous, using call signs when appropriate, whatnot kind of thing. I know I'm new to the hobby. I know I shouldn't really be talking about this because I probably sound like I've been a ham radio operator for years, which I haven't. However, I am a veteran scanner, especially when it comes to monitoring repeater traffic. I've been doing it for 15 years, and only now I've just been granted the privileges to be able to talk on said repeaters. So, yeah, anyway, that's it for my rant, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to take 15 minutes of your time to watch this. Just don't do that kind of crap on the air. Be courteous, and, just... I don't want ham radio to turn into CB. I just got into this hobby. I really want to enjoy it. So, but yeah, I think that's it, guys. Have a good day. Take care, and peace out.